What's up? I know this is the first time you've seen my face. Hopefully this is actually going to be the best looking rendition of my face seen on the date. Actually today, a couple of big things happened. Got a new webcam, which is looking at me right now. And it's pretty nice. The Logitech, I believe. Got it at 70, something like that. But I mean, considering that my old camera was an Xbox 360 webcam from like way back in the day, 4 megapixel, not even, probably 2 megs. Horrible camera, but it did the job. It did the job. But hopefully this camera's gonna do the job a lot better. But without further ado, to get to the stuff right here, to my left, I'm gonna be giving you a run back. Well, not a run back. It's gonna be pretty much me introducing you to my car that I have currently. So this is my Instagram page, by the way. If you ever want to check me out on there, same username as everything else. At MySemperFi. But started. So first off, this right here is the car that I have currently. This is whenever I had just like first bought the car. I think this is only like a month or two. Not even. Maybe like a month owning the car. I had the stock hubcaps and everything. This is a 2013 Honda Civic LX coupe. It's a 1.8 liter, has like 140 horsepower. Really, it's not made for speed, it's made for daily use. Which, honestly, considering that I average, when I first got the car, I averaged around 38 miles per gallon. The car has been chilling at a solid like 29 now, but I've also been driving it like super aggressively since I've gotten comfortable with it. But I will say that this car has actually allowed me to kind of not only get comfortable with driving, but really get comfortable in parts of the. I don't mind like driving on highway, downtown, or traffic anymore. Something that was like just up, really bad anxiety. But anyways, so within a month of owning the car, that's what it looked like. Everything old. The hubcaps and stuff, you get a dog right here. I had put my Instagram tag on the back of my car, right there. I actually like this picture. It's one of my favorites just because it accents the lower part of the taillights, and you don't see that part of the taillight get lit up unless I'm actually applying the brakes during the car was off, and got that. It's actually pretty cool. I'll go. So I came to this big debate on the wheels. I think he asked. Yeah, I asked like kind of rims. My idea at the time was I knew I didn't have the money to afford new rims, but I definitely wanted to do something to make the car look a little stock look anymore after a month. So that's when this was made. Okay, so right now I'm currently working on taking off the hubcaps from the tires. This is what the car looks like with no hubcaps, with like black rims pretty much on this side. And you can come over here. I left the hubcaps on this side. That way you can let me know what side looks better. If it looks better with the chrome hubcaps on, or if it looks better with just black. Sorry if it's windy. So, I uploaded that. Honestly, I already knew I wasn't going to keep the hubcaps on. Black look. It didn't look like I was trying to make the car pop, it just looked like the car naturally in itself. So that's ultimately what I ended up deciding on. Literally, next morning, probably about like 6 in the morning, I think I stayed up the whole night. I either stayed up the whole night or I woke up super. I can't remember. kind of a blur. I did a lot. But ran to Walmart, grabbed some freaking sanding paper. I grabbed some face mask for the spray can, which legit I only used first time, and I never afterward. I'm probably cutting out, and I apologize if I am. But yeah, I think I only wore those masks like the first time, and then after that, it was just never needed it. Sorry, I'm messing with the noise gate stuff. Try to make sure that mic doesn't like just cut off on me while I'm talking. But anyways, went to the store, grabbed all 3 of these items here. This is what the rims looked like originally when I first got the car. The car was a used vehicle. It had 80,000 on it already. But I was like, all right, so this stuff definitely needs some like touch up. I didn't like how the rims looked without the hubcaps because of that very. So this one's actually a picture of the front rim. I had already scraped the rust off the back rim and repainted it and everything, so I forgot to take a picture beforehand. So I took this picture to kind of show you like all the different rust patches, because I can still see at least 3 patches that have rust on it, and I took care of that afterwards, and then 2 patches where you can see I clearly scraped off where the silver is. But I did a light scrub around the whole thing. I made sure I got all the rust off for sure, and then did like a nice light little sanding of the rest of the rim just to kind of get that crap off of it. Got some water on it, rinsed it off, up. I ended up getting my spray can. This is the back wheel. This is after I did wave of, you know. And honestly, it's a pretty big difference. I mean, I don't care who you are. That's a difference. That's a difference that like you can't complain. Whether it looks, you know, obviously like hand done, because I still didn't finish up the rest of that tire. You know, clearly crap on the outer portion of it. I think I did end up fixing that later on, but it started raining, hence all the water on the tire. So I had to stop painting after this. And I ended up last picture kind of try to show both of the wheels at the same time from the front and the back to see the difference of like what it looked like before and what it looked like after. Which to me, it looked a lot better, like tremendously better. I don't know how well it translates over to everybody else, but like to me personally, that was a pretty big fix that I did, considering I've never worked on cars before. I decided to like hard rinse them in here. Those are my hubcaps. Since it's raining outside, I'm actually just gonna clean the shit out of it in here, get them nice, and debate on if I'm gonna paint them or not while I'm doing this. So yeah, just gotta get them all cleaned up and whatnot. Okay, so let me explain that to you. The hubcaps were super dirty. So I was like, you know what? I figured if I just throw them in some water and some stuff, and some soap, it'll just, you know, pull everything off of it, and it'll just come off all nice and clean. I only cleaned off the front part of the hubcap, the main part that I knew I was going to be spray painting. The back I didn't touch. There was so much shit on the back of it. I gave it like a very minimalistic, like, because it just wouldn't come off, and I didn't feel like putting in all that extra for that, especially if nobody was going to see it. So ended up taking care of that. I cleaned them all up. Next morning, this one I woke up early. It smells like straight up spray paint out here, but I just finished doing all the rims, so now none of them have the rust on it. They have a new coat of black paint over it, like my onesie, and I think it came out a hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to. And can see the reflection of the car.
The hubcaps is the paint on the hubcaps was actually peeling off in a lot of spots, so I just redid them all black. The only thing is I'm gonna have to go through and sand them down before I like finish up the paint.
I never did
that. As you can see, I've got these spots here that are developing, so I'm just gonna have to go through later and sand down the whole thing and then
you never did it.
Paint it. That's probably the best looking one out of the bunch. But it didn't come out too terribly bad.
Yeah, still didn't come.
Considering this is my first time doing this stuff.
But yeah, that morning was pretty awesome. I was in a pretty down time. Honestly, I'm still like, I don't know, I'll kind of forever be in like a small funk of some sort, just the fact of what I had to go through last year. For those of you that don't know or haven't been like made aware, whether you haven't kept up with me, you haven't known, I had lost my mom last year, July. We're almost up on a year, actually. That's kind of crazy to think about, but lost her in a car accident, and it's been a pretty rough go at it since she's left. So at this point in my life, I was in a pretty like negative headspace. I'm still not like in a positive headspace, but I'm definitely a lot better than what I used to be. At this point though, I had no desires to do anything. I wanted to stay at home and sleep all day. I didn't want to, and I still have those days, but you know, they're not as often, and it is getting better for sure. But you know, there's still days that are pretty rough.
Lo and behold, it's windy again. God, this camera sucks. I really can't see anything. I put the hubcaps back on, and I can barely see them because I spray painted them black. But they came out pretty good. This side doesn't have any hubcaps on yet, so this is what this side looks like. With just the rim, pre-painted rim.
You see how the sun just reflects off of them?
Compared to the,
like, I didn't do a bad job on those,
a lot darker
on those rims.
But yeah, I'll show you the other side once I get the...
I mean, you gotta be honest. Considering, you know, that's me spray painting with a spray can. My first time doing it. And I got the damn sun reflecting off of it. Like, that's... pretty proud of that. Proud of that. I know it's easy. Kind of easy. It's hard to make it look really good, but it's easy to make it look passable. That's probably how I would describe
it. Here, I got one better for you. Apologize for the wind again. That's the hubcap, painted black. That's the standard rim. So.
Even the hubcaps came out pretty decent.
To me, at least. I'm gonna put on the second one and then see how the rest of the car looks.
Literally, I never explained how.
Apologize for the wind again.
How I fixed that, but actually, you can see it in the background of that video that I was just looking on, right above the car on the base of the house, right above the driveway. Little black marks. That's from the spray paint. Where I had set up the hubcaps earlier, I ended up just saying fuck it and it's a spray can on there, and some of it got on the house. However, that's what ended up fixing all the spots that were on the hubcaps beforehand. So it fixed it fixed the problem, but it left paint on the front of my house. So that was the down to that up.
Okay, now to me it looks a hell of a lot better. Black. Considering those are actually... I like it. I like the way it looks. But I don't know. You let me know if you think it looks better like this. I think it looks great with the hubcap painted and everything. Everything touched up with the shoulders. But let me know.
So at that point, I was kind of iffy on keeping the hubcaps on, especially whenever I was putting them on, and I had one on, one off. I really liked how the light reflected off of the Steelies after the repaint. So I don't know. I honestly thought it looked better with just the Steelies, but after putting on like all the hubcaps and like seeing how it looked like the full stuff intact, I actually really enjoyed the hubcaps more than the than just the. I mean, because it ended up looking a lot nicer than I thought it would. Considering, yeah, that right there, what I said, you know, only costs $5 in a few hours to do it yourself, rather than going out and dropping a shit ton of money to get new rims. It's the way to compensate for that until later events. So, within a month of owning the car, I had already like, you know, changed it up and everything. Just a heads up, you might see some shirtless pictures of me, and you'll definitely see some goofy pictures of me. I post a lot of awkward stuff on Instagram. I'm a strange dude. If you haven't noticed my content, what I do, any of that stuff has a scream that I'm a strange dude. This is gonna scream I'm a strange dude. Apologize ahead of time. But it's me, so can't really apologize. So ended up going for a drive, took this picture, love this picture. That was like the first time I was able to like look at my car and really appreciate how it was designed. Something about that day that this was the next big thing that happened. It's honestly really hard to tell on this video. The way that the lights look right here on this video is not how the lights look at all. That's how the idles look. The idles are that color. The actual like regular bulb, when you know you turn them on and everything, it looks almost like a very clear white light. Not white enough to be blue, but definitely white enough to be like on that level. But this was actually both an aesthetic upgrade and an actual upgrade that I needed to do for my own safety. My old headlights were extremely hard to actually like see out of, especially at night. I couldn't see shit at night when I was using those headlights, and swapping over to these ones actually ended up benefiting me a lot more than the original idea. The original idea was always to make it look cosmetically better, but it ended up benefiting me in a lot of different ways. So definitely something I would recommend looking into, especially if you have like a hard time seeing at night. These were xenon bulbs. These weren't the blue xenons, these were white xenons. Outstanding. I do think the blue ones would probably be a little bit clearer, for me personally. Just due to this, having astigmatism in my left eye and different shadings of specific lights are easier to like distinguish. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain it. Pretty much at nighttime, I see better through this eye than I do this eye. This eye has to adjust a little harder because it's got that astigmatism. So, if these are getting hit by the same light, this eye will perceive it differently. Be like all subtle differences.
So I got some new lights for the Civic. They're xenons. I know it's harder to tell. Actually, it's a lot harder to tell on here because it still looks kind of like yellowish, but for me, it's actually like a pure white. These things are 3 times as strong as the one that I used to have on there. Because for instance, you can already see like where the light is right there. My old ones would only shine right here, and then whenever I would go down the road, I could only see it about where these lights are currently. These lights right now, where they're set at, I can see all the way down to where that pole is right there, just fine, with just the normal headlights. The brights are actually insane though, but
The fail.
the car is looking clean,
I was gonna get in the car and then I decided not to.
the tail's looking nice. Just gonna take it for a quick drive.
Ended up doing an okay job with the recovery on that, because I was originally just gonna go in the car, sit down. what? I really want to just like look at the rest of the car real quick. So ended up backing up. This next part's it gets kind of interesting. I'm gonna speed through this because we're already at like 20 minutes. But I had discovered that these Astros, the A40 mix amp that comes with it, I had an idea one day, and I was thinking, you know what? I wonder if I took it out to my car. My car has a USB jack and an auxiliary port. I wonder if there's a way for me to use it from my phone to the mix amp to the car. And so I plug it up and everything, and lo and behold, the damn thing works in my car. This helped with another thing because I was actually debating on upgrading my audio system in my car for a little bit, and then this mix amp literally upgraded my entire audio system without me having to change out a single speaker in that. It sounds amazing. Literally the performance that I get out of that now is like 2 to 1. So back in the day I would have to turn up songs to about 30 to get decent bass out of it. Now I could probably turn it to like 15 and get the exact same amount of bass on it as I got at 30 for the mix amp. So massive difference. So next big thing that happened was the emblem. My front and back emblems, I had gotten to this, like, I don't know, I wanted to paint them black too to make it like even more stealthy, clean. But I was really stuck on this one for a couple of days because I really love the look of the car, just with, you know, how it was currently. However, like with all things,
I swear, every time I get done messing with the car or doing something on it, my hands always look like this. My other hand's worse. Okay, maybe not that worse. It's actually a little bit better than the other one. But anyways, let me show you what I did. So I ended up giving in and just blacked out the emblem anyways. So that's what it looks like. Honestly, it looks pretty slick. But here's the front currently. And now
another common theme.
Did the grill, the emblem that blacked out. I didn't touch the lower part of the grill yet, or the bumper or whatnot. So just to kind of give you a difference between top and bottom, like clarity wise. So let me know what you think if I should just go ahead and paint the rest of it.
So I was gonna say, oh yeah, so there was a common theme happening during this whole time period. Any day that I chose to work on the car, that I was like in the mood to work on the car, it was windy every time. So it would never fail when I uploaded a video about my car. If I was outside, there would be wind and it would be bad, just like that every time. I'm not kidding. Ended up becoming like a really common thing. And then also people had a hard time distinguishing that my car wasn't black, so I actually had to upload. I tried uploading this picture to kind of distinguish between what the black looks like on the rim from what the car paint looks like on the top. It's called like a Kona Coffee Metallic, something like a real dark metallic brown. Subtle distinction. You can tell whenever there's like a light on it. It's really easy to see. But like if you're just looking at the car casually, it's really hard to tell that it's not perfect. Oh yes, so I knew my car was super dirty and I knew it needed to wash it, so I ended up taking it to a car wash. Oh, also got a haircut that. What I looked like before.
Yo, I just found this random ass phone, dude. This car was left open. What the fuck? What the fuck's phone is this? Instagram. This shit's recording? What the fuck? Man, I kinda look like the dude that had this phone. That's weird. He just had like longer hair and shit. That's weird. I don't know. I don't know who that dude is, but I'm taking his car. I'm gonna take his car and get it clean and shit. Shit might look nice after a little wash. I don't know. We'll see. But I guess y'all stuck with me now, so hit me up. Just kidding. We just got the haircut done. I like it. I'm gonna go get the car, get the quick rinse, and head home and actually, you know, fix the rest of this. So, yeah.
So we did that. Immediately afterwards, got the car wash.
Why you gotta disrespect my car like that, man? I can't even see. Oh shit. Ah! Nah! Oh, why you gotta smack my car like that, man? Chill. Chill. They're bringing another one. Ah, no. Oh, no. Why you gotta smack my homie like that, man? I hear creeping. I hear creeping. Nah, you stay back there, man. You stay back there. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell. Oh, no. Oh, hell. Oh, shit, it coming back. Oh. Why you gotta disrespect my car like that, man? I can't even see. Jesus! Jesus! Ah! Chill, homie. It's all good, man. It's just a car. It's just a car. What are you doing down there? Why you moving my car? What the fuck, man? What you do? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Make it stop, please. Oh, no. Again? Oh, shit, that's funny. Moving. Look at that. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You ain't about to do it again. Oh, shit. You're turning on the wind. Jesus!
I am sorry.
What you are hearing now was the experience of the downforce of the car when the car reaches a certain speed. Yes, the car is accelerating extremely fast now, and it is going so fast it appears we are not moving at all. Yes, that is the sound of the engine roaring as loudly as it possibly can. Little did you know the Honda Civic could produce such. Ooh, what the fuck? Ah! Good news. Paint's still on the back, still on the wheels. Wheels look fine. How about the front? Front's good. Looks like the clear coat hung through. We good. We good. Everything's good. Alright.
Oh yeah, forgot about the whole clear coat.
Getting this bitch and go home.
So I had bought in clear coat, went over all the stuff that I had painted beforehand, and really worried about going through that car wash because I thought it was going to rinse off everything. That being fine. So this next section, I ended up just deleting the muffler off the car. Did it in a really unsafe way. Don't do what I did. Get the little jack stands. Don't just jack up your car and leave it like that. Actually use like jack stand. Safe about that stuff. It's super important because I mean, this car is easily like 1,000 times more than what I weigh. So like, if it lands on me, I'm dead. Let's see. So, let me just jump straight to this.
So, good news. I already got it attached and everything. I just didn't take it off the hanger back here because honestly, I just want to know what it sounds like. So, I'm going to start the car real quick and see how it sounds.
That one.
They really shouldn't make.
It was. Oh no, it was before this.
So now I'm gonna give you a mini.
How did I do it? I am. It was this video.
So, this is where we're at.
Yeah, it was this video.
So high up in my life. So yeah, I gotta get underneath here because you can already see that's where I'm working at. That's one of the springs. I have to get the yellow one.
That's very dangerous.
So I need to going into
Don't
the
do
car.
that.
So, if you don't hear me for the rest of the day, it's probably because the car fell down on me and this thing probably split my brain open and, dead underneath a near 3-ton car. But, it happens. It's just to take off this. I just want to know what the car sounds like. I'm just doing this out of curiosity. But, yeah. So, this is where we're at. I've never had a big car.
Oh.
So high up in my life. So, good news. I already got it attached and everything. I just didn't take it off the hanger back.
Yes, it was.
So, good news. I already got it attached and everything. I just didn't take it off the hanger back here because honestly, I just want to know what it sounds like. So, I'm going to start the car real quick and see how it sounds. And then we'll put it back on.
Human error.
It actually sounds like a fucking motor. And not a lawnmower. I want to hear that. Hold on. All I gotta wait for is that little blue sign right there that says cold engine to turn off, and then I can rev it. Okay, it just turned off, so let's see how this sounds.
Iconic one.
Holy shit. Yo!
To me, that was such an improvement.
Sounds so good. Not bad at all. I might just take it off and say fuck it.
I did. I did take it off. I've never put it. That was such a big sound difference for me, because like when the muffler was on it, you could not hear that car at all. It literally just sounded like I had a freaking little air blower on the back of my car just blowing. Now it sounds like I have a lawnmower. But it's better than an air blower. So, you know, got blades. Lethal. The right situations. Better watch out. Spooky. So, next big upgrade that we did after all of this was we went out and we got some LEDs for the car. And these pictures are like the best way to kind of like show what the lights look like in the car. This was with white light. I ended up changing it to blue afterwards to match the interior of the car, because you can see like the LED, the little display blue. I wanted to stick with the theme of it. Changed them to blue. Left it at that. Next big thing that happened, your boy got some wheels. Put some eyeballs on them. Got some Honda controls. They were 15 inches. I get the same size rim as I had beforehand, so I wouldn't have to buy new tires and new rims, because that would have been extremely expensive. So I went with the cheaper route, just bought new rims. They still look, I love these rims. They're actually really nice. Complement the car pretty well. My dog in a sweater. That's his personal, loves it. And then the next thing came in, and the next thing was a spoiler. So we got this bad boy. That's what it looked like before. Got it color matched to our. I was pissed about this post because I was trying to make it to where the pictures would auto fit, where you could see the whole shot, and it wouldn't go through to Instagram. It's frustrating because these were really good pictures. I couldn't show them in their entirety because Instagram was like that. But that's what the spoiler looks like. I love the spoiler. It took me two days to put it on. It took me drilling holes into my trunk, bending metal on my trunk, bending all sorts of stuff, and doing all sorts of damages to the car that you probably don't want to do. But the car is paid off and I own it, so I can do whatever I want to this car. And honestly, it looks pretty good. It looks alright. It looks alright. For somebody who doesn't know what the frick they're doing. Got my little blanket here, got my drill kit, got my tool kit and everything. I was ready. I was ready for spaghetti. My goodness, I ate a lot of spaghetti that day. But that was the last and most recent thing I've done to this car. got tagged in a black and white challenge. It's a black and white. These actually came out really nice. This is my favorite, like, back-end picture. Well, no, was my favorite back-end picture of my car until recently. If you're ever on Instagram, I highly recommend, and I mean extremely highly recommend, checking out guys. So I had this day only happened literally a day ago, 2 days now, but I hang out this crew. It's called Most Wanted Car Crew. Definitely check them out on Instagram. They have a lot of stuff up there. Really good crew. Everybody on there is level-headed, but they're also down to have some fun whenever you want fun. But very, very, very great group of people. Highly recommend checking them out. Amazing photography. You're gonna see some of that a little bit later on. This was kind of like sneak peek behind the scenes from that day. So this was the first place that we ended up doing pictures at. We did a couple of pictures here. A little bit later on, a couple of us, I think one person had to leave, and we ended up having another person showing up a little bit while we were doing the shoot. This one was my personal favorite. Got some behind the scenes. Our two main photographers. I ended up taking a couple of pictures myself, but it was just mainly these two. Monka S in the chat. But that's my friend Rascal Devin. There he is, right here. Beautiful, beautiful Corvette. I wasn't a big fan of Corvettes up until that model. That model for kills me.
Ice cream with the squad.
So afterwards, we all went, got some Amy's ice cream. I didn't eat mine because it tasted like birthday cake, and I ended up just being like. But this is a sneak peek. This is the most recent picture on my Instagram. And this is a part of a larger picture that will get uploaded later on after the crew ends up posting. A lot of the pictures were taken on 4K cameras. Oh man, some of these shots I am excited for. There's some shots that I took that I hope make it, because there was a couple of really good ones that I got in there, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm excited, but this is what my car looks like at night. This is why I love my car. During the day it looks, you know, normal, basic, you know, normal Honda Civic. You wouldn't think nothing of it. The only difference is that it sounds louder because the muffler's gone. But other than that, as far as looks goes, the only difference is the spoiler and the wheel. They're really subtle. They're not like noticeable differences unless you're a Honda Civic owner. You have the base model and you get this, you're like, okay, that doesn't say SI, so how does it have a spoiler on it? And also the wheels, you know, it doesn't say Honda on it. It's got the little Koenig, you know, emblem on it. But this look right here, this is my favorite thing. Nighttime shows and just like it looks so good. The light reflects off the car really well. The back of the car is my favorite part of the car. The wheels look great. The lights in the car reflect amazingly whenever they're strobing, and I have them set to strobing, so this picture was taken whenever they're at their brightest, probably. And then, you know, they'll dim back down, back up. But it's a really, really fantastic car experience when you're driving, especially at night, long drives, chilling out to some music like this. Going. But yeah, now that we got you all caught up, to go ahead and say that I'm probably gonna try to start streaming it. I can't say I'm probably. I need to try. I have to try. It's something that I've always been wanting to do, but it's something that I very easily lose motivation for. It's really hard to kind of stick up with this stuff, because, you know, it's hard to get support, backing support, you know, to where like people motivate you to keep uploading content. I have people that do. It's just, you know, it's super hard to kind of like try to will myself back into the schedule of like doing it every day, every other day or something. I have to figure out like a set schedule for actually like that's good. Which honestly, I love streaming. I love playing games and everything. Like it's not a problem for me. I have to do stop doing. But yeah, please go check out Most Wanted Car Crew on Instagram. Guys are amazing. I'll leave a page for you. This is their page. Got some posts here. Beautiful cars. That's all I'm gonna show you. The rest you get to see for yourself. So, I want to say thank you for everybody who made it this far. It's been a 40-minute video. A long video to get. But, it's kind of necessary. It allows me to catch you up in a certain aspect of my life. And, it's not necessarily game content, but it's content personally. I want to try to get back into streaming. I want to get back into uploading videos for YouTube. So the whole reason why I got the new camera, the new sound system I set up for my room and everything. So be expecting some new content soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. If not, bug the hell out of me for it and just harass me until I do. Promise you I will at some point. Thanks guys, and this isn't a live stream, but I'm gonna hit you with the transition.